and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ivanka, and if this is your first time stopping by my channel, then welcome, and I hope you enjoy everything I have in store for you. So today's video is going to be my updated foundation, contour, highlight, and eyebrow routine. So this is what I do in the winter time. I did post one last year, but the products that I use, most of the products that I use changed, and also this is the winter version. So this is what I do to keep my skin looking dewy even in the winter time when it is more dry. So if you like this look, make sure to keep on watching. In the winter, I like to use a moisturizing and brightening primer, and this one gives your skin a nice glow even after you apply just this, and it still has that glowy after look once you apply your foundation. Next, I go in with Porefessional, which basically minimizes your pores. It has a silicone base, so it fills in your pores, and then once you apply your foundation, you don't have the pores showing on your face. I only have big pores on my cheeks, that's why I applied it there. And I also applied on my forehead because I do have like a wrinkle from, I guess, smiling too much. And then I also add a little bit to my chin. For the foundations, I mixed two different ones. One reason being that the Too Faced one is a little bit too dark and the Shiseido is a little bit too light, but also the Too Faced one has a little bit more pigment, so it does have better coverage, and then the Shiseido one is very brightening and it's also very moisturizing. So then in the winter time, I still get to keep my glow, and you also don't want to have a very full coverage thick foundation on. So that's why I choose these two products for my face in the winter time. Another great trick that I picked up is using a beauty blender for your foundation instead of a brush, because with the brush you do get more coverage, but then you also do get a thicker layer, and in the winter time I don't like to have too much on my face. Now if you do have some blemishes that you need to cover, obviously you should use a more full coverage foundation, but otherwise I would recommend using a lighter foundation in the winter time. Now for the concealer, I use Shape Tape. It is a very full coverage concealer, and I chose this because the foundation already is pretty light, so I do want to get more coverage in my T-zone, and that's why I applied it on my forehead and under my eyes where I have darker circles. And this way you do get light foundation with high coverage where it is required. Now my foundations usually crack around my nose and a little bit on my chin. That's why I apply the concealer there, because it gives you a little bit more coverage and it is creaseless, so it protects you from cracked foundation. Next, I go in with a setting powder and I apply it where I applied the concealer, just so I can set it, and usually once I blend it in, I blend it to the rest of my face, so then I don't need to apply any powder on the rest of my face either. Now, my brow routine definitely has not changed since I discovered Kabrow and precisely my brow pencil. Sometimes I do use the pencil to draw little strokes into my eyebrows, but this time I did want to get like a thicker eyebrow, which is what I've been really liking lately. So I usually just use the Precisely My Brow pencil just for the spoolie that it has at the end, just so I can blend my eyebrows into my skin a little bit and brush them. And for the Kabrow, I usually try to mimic the shape of my eyebrows, but I also like to give myself that little fierce edge. When I do my eyebrows, I usually do one, then I mimic what I did on that one, on my other one, and then I usually go back and forth until they basically match. And I must say this Kabrow has a brush that it comes with, which is what I'm using, and I really like it because it is a lot thinner than most of the eyebrow brushes. So it gives you a little bit more precision and you're able to kind of draw little hair strokes as well, which is kind of what I'm doing in the video right now. Once I've done my eyebrows, that's when I usually take off all of the translucent powder from my face and blend it into my face. Since this is a benefaves video, I did decide to use one of the benefaves for my bronzer. Now I got this one for free for testing purposes and I really like it, so I used a small brush just to draw more of a thicker line, and then I go in with a bigger brush just so I can blend it into my face because I don't like to have a harsh contour. So that's why first I use the brush and then I cover over it with a bigger fluffier brush just so it's blended into my face better. Now I really like this shade for my skin tone because it definitely looks very natural. It almost gives you that kind of tanned color and it is not too harsh and it doesn't look too fake. For my contour lately, I've only been using powder product. I feel like it looks a little bit more natural, so I just play around with it and basically add more until I get the result that I like. Now if you do want to see how you can apply cream products as well for your contour, I do have a video, an original foundation and contour video, so I will link that in this video so you can check it out if you do want to see how you can use cream products as well. Another thing that changed within the last year is that I am now finally wearing some blush. So I really like this one because it's not too pink. I don't like too much of a pink blush. So this one from Tarte is definitely a great shade for my skin tone. And now I go in with my favorite highlighter. Now before I used to use the bubbly shade, which is the one beside it, but now I really started liking the Drippin' in Gold. It's more of a gold shade and I feel like it looks really nice. It gives you that dewy looking skin, as you can see once I applied it. So I definitely like it because it is a very natural looking highlighter. It gives you almost like an actual light shining on your face rather than you just glowing, because I don't like too much of a fake highlight. It's nice, but it's not very nice when you're just going for a more natural look. Now since I was going for a more natural look, I decided to use just a little bit of a darker nude color on my eyelid, and then I used a little bit of a lighter nude transition shade, and it gives you like a natural looking eye, and it does make it appear a little bit bigger and it does highlight the best features. Now I just curl my eyelashes to prep them for the mascara, and in this video I decided to only use the mascara. I did want to show off this product. It is another benefave and it does extend my eyelashes quite a bit. Now I do like to use 2 layers because I feel like 1 layer is not enough, and I already don't have naturally long lashes. They're basically non-existent, but as you can see in this video, the mascara definitely did extend them quite a bit and it gives you that kind of natural makeup once again. This mascara is waterproof and it's also flake proof, so you can wear it all day and you don't have to worry about any leakage or anything like that. Now this is a new product that I purchased and this was my first time testing it out, and it has a metallic finish and it is really pretty. However, it is very drying, so I wouldn't recommend it personally for the winter time. I definitely like something with a little bit more moisture in the winter. And I finished the look off with a dewy setting spray. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will be posting more content every week, so you don't want to miss it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and also the little bell, just so you get notifications every time I post a new video. And I'll see you next week. Bye!